Alright everybody, so today we're going to be looking at an Oathbreaker deck. So keep in mind that this build is not final. I'm still playing with the deck. I've only played it one-on-one. One-on-one it does very, very well as of now, which I still want to tweak it. But I haven't played it in a pod. And I know that this particular strategy isn't going to do too well in a pod, so I've got to make it work somehow. Alright, so one thing in single formats, I have an obsession with mono red. So this is mono red. And secondly, a planeswalker for my commander that I've had a weird obsession with since 2012 when he released. So my booster box, my foil rare in the box was this bad boy. Tibalt the Fiend-Blooded. So this is an Oathbreaker deck with Tibalt and Grape Shot. So Tibalt Storm. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Gonna be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and just look at the deck. So we are running Empty the Warrens. Yeah. Storm Entity. Which it doesn't say Storm, but it has Storm because it gets 1/1 counter for each other spell played this turn. Shrine of Burning Rage. So those are our Storm cards pretty much. And, Rituals. Battle Hymn. Runaway Steamkin. Wily Goblin, which is probably on the chopping block. Pyretic Ritual. Simeon Spirit Guide. Coal Stoker. Infernal Plunge. Priest of Urabrask. Rite of Flame. A Seething Song. Desperate Ritual. And Helm of Awakening. So let's get that stack out of it. Get over here, Battle Helm. Alright. And 2 Graveyard Recursion cards. One is Shreds of Sanity, just 3 mana. Gets us an instant and a sorcery back from a graveyard. Then we exile this. And we have Past in Flames. Keep dropping stuff. Alright, so we have Shock. Gut Shot. Free Spell. Lightning Axe. Fiery Temper. And a Lightning Bolt. Electrostatic Field. A Thermo Alchemist. Guttersnipe. A Young Pyrohese. Is that all the creatures? Well, it looks like it's all of those creatures. We got 2 more walkers in the deck. One being Granny Yanny, Miss Jai Ballard. And the other is Chandra the Firebrand. So she's mainly here just for the -2. The other 2, I mean, if we ultimate her, cool. If not, oh well. The -2 is what we want, just that repeatable copy effect. And old Granny Annie, well, she's a ritual, a rummage, and a Past in Flame emblem. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so we got just a few things left. And this is why this deck needs tweaking, because some games when I don't get card draw, it's horrible. And I'm thinking that after the card draw, I've got a little section that'll probably be cut for more card draw, because I feel like this has to be an all-in strategy. But anyways, Hazoret's Undying Fury. If you cast this, you're probably just going to win the game. Which in my experience from playing this deck, I did. Every time I cast this, I just immediately won. Granted, that is 1v1, not in a pod. So, yeah. Reforge the Soul. Faithless Looting. Tormenting Voice. And Cathartic Reunion. So, that is that. Like I said, there's a Act on Impulse I want to put in here. So, 1, 2, probably 3 of these going to get cut for card draw spells. And the 3 cuts that I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead and cut is a Flameblade Adept, Hollow One, and Reckless Worm. So with this, I was toying around with the idea of maybe Grape Shot wasn't the spell to have with Tibalt. Maybe it was like Burning Inquiry or Goblin Lore. And with that kind of strategy, you want things like these in your deck and different Phoenixes and things like that, so that you can really take advantage of Tibalt's +1. But with this, I mean, there were games where plus Tibalt and discarded one of these, or used a Cathartic Reunion to pitch one of these. And, I mean, I just played these for 0 him or 3 on him, and they were beaters. But I think that is a completely separate deck for what I'm trying to do here. So these will probably be gone, but for now they are in the deck. And the last 2 cards, Neheb will probably stay because he draws you useful things and he gets you extra mana. So I mean, even if he eats a removal spell, no, you don't want him to eat a removal spell, but if he gets to do 1 attack, he's probably going to help you win the game. And Pitch Stone Wall. When you discard a card from your hand, you can sack this. If you do, return the discarded card from your graveyard to your hand. This card is amazing. And with Tibalt, God, this card done a lot of work. Well, not a lot of work. Well, over the course of games, every time I had to sack him to get a card back, it was always the card that was going to win me the game. So this is, for a deck like this, probably one of your most powerful cards. Alright, and let's look at the mana base. It's a fairly simple one. 15 basic mountains, a Hellion Crucible, a Mutavault, a Zalfarin Void, Blasted Landscape, and a Gemstone Cavern. And as I mentioned earlier, this deck is not final in this mana base. I do want to work on because I'd like to put in a few cycling lands, do away with that because I don't think that's ever going to be relevant. You know, little minor tweaks. If everyone wants, after this deck is finalized and finished, I will do a video of the updated deck. If not, well, I'm still going to be playing it. So if you happen to run across me, you will not be prepared. Alright. Well, that is Tibalt Storm as of now. I hope you liked the video, guys. It's definitely a different building experience from Commander because 60 cards versus 100. When I first built it, I was in the middle of building a Zada Commander deck, mono red, and I just used it for this, and I had 100 cards, and I pulled out my stuff and started pulling out more things that would go good with this, and I ended up with a stack of about 150, and I had to figure out how to narrow it down to 60, where I'm normally used to narrowing it down to 100, and my first narrow down was to 100. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I am good. And no, I was not good. It's rough making those extra 40 cuts. So, yeah, it was fun though. And I look forward to completing this deck in the end. So, like, comment, subscribe, everyone, and talk to you next time.